And we are recording right now.
Oh, okay. So, hello again, Chef Rose. How are you?
Hello, I'm good. I can't complain. I'm well.
Okay. Well, you're here to tell us about grilling and why it's the perfect solution and Father's
Yes.
Day. And I like just because I love when people just stop over and you enjoy.
Yes, I agree 110%.
Okay, so what do you have for us today? What do you have as solutions and tips and how to grill? You have the whole package.
Yeah. So first off, again, Kathy, thank you so much again for having me. Always a pleasure. And summer, spring, warm weather, sunshine outside is just indicative and just really kind of correlates with grilling and barbecuing. And 76% of Americans are planning to grill out over the next 6 months or so. And according to Harris Poll, and 83% of Americans agree that having high quality meat on hand to prepare at a moment's notice would make life a lot easier. Don't you think, Catherine?
Well, I don't know about you, but if I don't have meat on hand or something, I get stressed. I like knowing I have something ready, something to go. But I'll tell you, in my family, we would grill through the winter. Through winter, my dad would go
here.
Yeah.
The grill is always hot no matter what month it is.
Well, my dad would, New Year's Eve, 12 o'clock at night, go out and grill sausage. So
there you go. My kind of guy right there. My kind of guy right there, So that's why I feel it's so important to always have your freezer stocked with your favorites from Omaha Steaks, because they're flash frozen at peak freshness. So you can pull them, fire up that grill, and just grill Monday through Sunday, January through December, any time of the year. And that's what makes it so important, because it's, for me, people say grilling season is spring to fall. Me and you, I think we believe it's 24/7, 365 year round.
Yes, I agree. Sometimes as soon as September comes, Labor Day is over, the grill gets put away. Why? I think fall is even better.
Yeah, I agree completely. I don't know if you know or not, it's coming up quick and in a hurry, Father's Day, so 73% dads agree with us. There's no better way to celebrate Father's Day than a perfectly cooked steak. And one of my favorite steaks in the Omaha Steaks portfolio is the Private Reserve Ribeye Crown steaks, and it's actually the cap of the ribeye that is the most tender, coveted part of the steak. And the great thing about the Private Reserve is that it's aged for at least 35 days, which that means maximum tenderness. And we're all about a maximized tenderness and just tender steak, aren't we? Just makes the experience that much better.
Do you have any tips for the listeners of how to get your perfect grill? How to get
Yes. For sure. I got tips. We got tips for sure. What I always say first, tip number one, timing is everything. Knowing how long things take to cook, knowing when to flip it, knowing when to turn it, because overcooking meat is a common mistake. So using a timer is the best way to avoid that. And don't really rely on eyeballing. The best way I'm always preaching and telling people is that better to be safe than sorry. So invest in a nice digital meat thermometer, because that'll give you a nice, accurate readout when you put it in the thickest, centermost part of the steak. And it works every single time, because the worst thing to happen is you have this beautiful Omaha Steaks package delivered to your house, and then you overcook it, you burn it, you char it, and that's the last thing anybody wants. But if it does happen, Omaha Steaks has the money back guaranteed, or even if you burn it or overcook it, we'll replace it, no questions asked. So that would be tip number one, timing and using a meat thermometer. Meat number two, I know it's a lot of people's guilty pleasure, is flipping and pressing down on the burger too much. The last thing you want to do is press those lovely, flavorful, succulent juices out of the burgers with the spatula, because all that juice, all that flavor is going to go into the grill, and we want to keep that in the burger where it belongs. So don't flip too often, and don't flip the burger and press it down. That's tip number two. Tip number three, I see this happen all the time. You put that beautiful steak, seafood, poultry on the grill and you go to flip it and it sticks to the grill. That's because you didn't oil the grill. So before you do anything, you want to make sure you clean the grill and oil it with a grapeseed oil, oil with a high smoking temperature. So that way, when it grills, when it plumps up and it's ready to flip, it'll be a nice, easy, smooth release from the grill. That's a very important one. And last but not least, after it's cooked, after it's zoned in and dialed into that specific temperature, you want to let that meat rest, especially the steak. That's going to allow the juices to redistribute, let that muscle relax. And when you cut into it, all the juices are retained in the steak. So timing, meat thermometer, flipping too many times and not pressing down, oiling the grill grates and resting the meat. And I can guarantee 10 out of 10 times, it's going to be a sensational barbecue and everybody will be happy.
Well, may I give you mine? Is
Yes, please do. Please do.
Thank you. Don't cut into the meat to see if it's done.
Yes.
So many people who, well, let me see if it's done, and they cut. What?
No.
Don't do that.
Use a thermometer. It'll give you an
Yes.
accurate reading. Yes, don't do that. That is a very important one. Thank you for adding that. Correct.
Yes,
That
because
is
I have
correct.
family members that do that, and I
No.
make the dash to the door. Don't let them near the meat.
If you see them do that, give them a loving little tap on the hand and say,
Yes.
no. We don't
Because
do that.
then all the juices and the beef tea and everything
Yes.
right into the fire.
Exactly. You want to keep those juices in the steak, in the beef, in the whatever where it belongs, because that's flavor. We want to maximize and keep all that flavor inside.
Well, now where can we go to find some of your delicious recipes and grilling and Omaha steaks and everything else?
Yes. For all the products we've discussed today and more, and my recipes, because you got to cook it and season it and flavor it up once you get it. You can find all of that and more on omahasteaks.com.
And also your delicious recipes to go with the side dishes. If you want some nice side dishes.
Oh yeah, we have some really good things. We have some recipes up right now for Father's Day, where I actually have a blue cheese and chive compound butter, and that comes with a loaded Hasselback potato. So Hasselback potato is, you take the potato and you slice it into thin slices so it gets nice and crisp. But then we add the fully loaded baked potato aspect. Between those slices, we add cheese, we add bacon, we add sour cream. So it's crispy, creamy, buttery, tasty, Omaha steak goodness, and that much and more. So Dad has options, and Dad does so much for us, and Mom, but you know, it's Father's Day, so you want to celebrate Dad and give him a steak, a meal worth having. So go to omahasteaks.com and figure out what you like, and the recipes are there as well.
Well, thank you, Chef Rose. It's such a pleasure talking to you and
The pleasure's all mine.
getting to see you. Well, thank you so much, and
The pleasure's all mine.
thank you for visiting.
Thank
Okay,
you for
I hope
having
you
me.
come back. I hope you come back again.
Always, whenever you call, I'll answer. That's a guarantee.
Thank you, Chef Rose.
Have
Thank
a great
you so
day.
much. You too.
Bye.
Bye-bye now. Say goodbye.